Wait, this one is real life. You're in a taxi. The driver is moving fast. The streets all look the same. And you suddenly realize you are not sure if you are going the right way. Your phone map is slow. The driver asks a question and you need to speak English clearly right now. Do you know what to say? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn simple English for taking a taxi and giving directions. Hi, I'm Zane. Welcome to Zane's English Podcast. I speak in natural, slow English so you can understand and copy the sentences. Today, we're talking about English in a taxi with a real lifestyle story and then a repeat after me practice. Last weekend, I had an important meeting across town. And I was running late. The buses were crowded, and I didn't have time to wait, so I decided to take a taxi. It was raining lightly, and the street was wet and shiny. I waved, a taxi stopped, and I opened the door quickly. I sat down, closed the door, and took a breath. The driver looked at me in the mirror and asked, "Where to?" That question means, where do you want to go? I didn't want to explain too much, so I said a simple sentence. I said, to Green Street Hotel, please. Then I added, here is the address. And I showed it on my phone. Showing the address is a great trick because it makes everything easier. The driver nodded and started driving. At first, everything felt fine. The taxi was warm, and the sound of the rain was relaxing. But after about 5 minutes, I noticed something strange. The driver took a turn that didn't feel right. I looked out the window and didn't recognize the area. I checked my phone map, but the signal was weak, and the map was loading slowly. I didn't want to panic, but I also didn't want to stay silent, so I asked a calm question. I said, sorry, are we going to Green Street Hotel? The word we is useful because it sounded polite and normal. The driver answered quickly, but he spoke fast and I didn't catch everything. So I used another helpful sentence. I said, sorry, can you say that again, please? He repeated more slowly and said there was road work ahead. Road work means the road is being repaired, so cars cannot go that way. He said he needed to take a different route. That made sense, but I still wanted to be sure. So I said, okay, how long will it take? That is an excellent taxi question because you want to know the time. The driver said, about 10 minutes. I relaxed a little. A few minutes later, the driver asked me another question. He said, is it okay if I take the highway? The highway is a faster road, but sometimes it costs more. I thought about it for a second. I wanted to arrive on time, but I also didn't want a big price. So I asked a simple question back. I said, is it faster? He said yes. So I said, okay, that's fine. Then we hit a traffic jam. Cars slowed down and we stopped moving for a short time. I looked at the clock and felt nervous again. I didn't want to be late, so I asked another simple question. I said, can we go another way? Another way means a different route. The driver looked ahead and said, I can try. A minute later, he took a side street and the traffic became lighter. Finally, I recognized a building near the hotel, and I felt relieved. I didn't need to say much. I just said, yes, this is good. The driver stopped in front of the hotel entrance. Then I asked the last important question. I said, how much is it? He told me the price, and I got my card ready. I asked, can I pay by card? He said yes. I paid, and I said, thank you, have a good day. I walked into the hotel and checked the time. I was only 2 minutes late, so it was not a disaster. But on the way, I learned something important. In a taxi, short English is powerful English. You don't need to control everything. You just need a few calm questions to stay safe and stay clear. When you ask, you feel more confident, and the ride feels easier. Now, let's do repeat after me. Speak slowly and clearly. Repeat each sentence. Where to? To Green Street Hotel, please. To Green Street Hotel, please. Here is the address. Here is the address. Can you take me to this address, please? Could you turn left here, please? Could you turn right here, please? Please go straight. Sorry, are we going to Green Street Hotel? Sorry, can you say that again, please? There is road work. How long will it take? About 10 minutes. Is it okay if I take the highway? Is it faster? Can we go another way? Please stop here. How much is it? Can I pay by card? Thank you. Have a good day. Before you go, remember this. A taxi ride is not a test. It's just a short conversation. If you can say the place, the address, and 1 or 2 questions, you can handle it. Practice these lines today. And next time you sit in a taxi, your English will come out more naturally. If you want, write 1 sentence from today in the comments and tell me where you usually go by taxi. And if you want the next episode, click the next video because your confidence grows every time you repeat. I'm Zane, and this is Zane's English Podcast, and I'll see you in the next video.